Evidently, I'm the oldest, so I get to go first. We have lots of great memories of Duane, best known to his friends as Blackie. When I think of Blackie, I think of a lot of really good things. Great family man who deeply loved Deb and his kids, and was especially proud of his grandkids. He was a true friend who was always there if we needed anything. And he was a guy who had trouble reading putts. His classic line was, "I can't believe it broke that much." Blackie was always up for jet ski trips up the Grand River with myself and Harold and Dan. He even came up with a cool name for us. We called the Wild Frogs. He was a man who knew the value of $1. We'd meet at my place for golf on Saturday mornings, and his first words were usually, "Terry, did you see what gas is in Spring Lake? It's 8 cents cheaper than town." He was so excited. This is the same guy whose company paid for his gas, but drove miles out of his way to save a nickel a gallon. He told me that one time he was at a station, with a nozzle in his tank. He looked across the street and noticed that they were 4 cents cheaper. So of course, you know what he did. He put that nozzle back and went to that station. You had to admire his ways to save money. He was a little frugal, but he was also very generous in many ways, and certainly always paid his share. We just had to get the tip. Duane sometimes looked like a man who stepped out of a Yonkers Flyer. And other times he'd show up with a shoe on one foot and a rubber croc on the other. But seriously, above all, I'll always remember Duane as a man of integrity and unshakable faith, who knew where he was going on this earth and certainly knew where he was going when he left this earth.
Duane Blackport, he was a good friend, he was a good man. He loved his God, he loved his family, he loved his friends. And the one thing about Duane was that he had more names than anyone I know. It was just amazing. And I know why he did. Because he had so many unique personality traits that just begged you to put a name on it. Isn't that right? And he didn't care. He was so comfortable in his own skin that no amount of razzing or teasing or number of nicknames that we could give him were going to change anything. And that was a good thing, because we didn't want him to change. We loved him just the way he was. I rarely called him Duane. I always called him Drano. And I'm wondering if some of you would just share, what kind of names did you call Duane or Drano or whatever over the years? Anyone? Terry already mentioned Blackie. Squeaky. Flip. Hoyle. Fun Guy. And there are many, many more. But the bottom line is this: it doesn't matter how many different names we call him. He was much loved and will be sorely missed. So Duane, or Drano, or whatever we call you, God bless you until we meet again.
I was known by Duane as H. I called Duane Blackie. I would like to read some emails that Blackie and I had concluding the 2011 golf season. Monday, October 31. Got to get the right email, excuse me. You have to read them upside down here. Okay, excuse me. October 24, 2011, H to Blackie. Hope you can play Saturday. So far it looks dry. Blackie to H. Wednesday, October 26. My clubs are on ice for the rest of the year. With all the traveling I've done the last few weeks, it's taken a toll on my back. We're going to pack up everything at the cottage this weekend, and I've got to pick up the jet skis and put them away. I'll have to savor the par I made on 18 the last time I played Stonegate for the rest of the winter. I believe it was the only time I've parred all year. Thursday, October 27, 7:22. H. to Blackie. I will miss you. To close out the year, let me know how our win-loss score for this year and the last couple of years. I believe this year to be my course, so I will probably still be playing when there's a couple feet of snow. Blackie to H. Monday, October 31, 1:43. H. Sorry the response was not quicker, but I had the results under lock and key and couldn't get the key. You are correct. Things have gotten better for me over the years, and 2011 was the best ever. In 2009, your average scores for the times you played were 99.211, and my average was 97.941. However, you beat me 8 of the 15 times we both played. In 2010, your average strokes were 100.73, while mine was 97.85. I prevailed 16 of the 26 times we both played. Then came this year. There were 2 times that you knew the force would not be with you, and we didn't have a wager. But of the 23 times we did play, I was lucky enough to prevail 18 times. Your scores averaged 104.44, while mine were 96.40. Please keep in mind that these figures are only approximations, by just a little bit. As a side note, Terry averaged 94.25 this year, and Doug averaged 93.12. Excuse me. Monday, October 31, 12:49. H. to Blackie. I cannot say enough how I appreciate the gifts you have given to record this stuff. I'm also determined to be more of a challenge for you so it does not come down to 18, the 18th hole. Are you really done for the year or available to play in town on Saturday? Weather looks good. Thanks again. Monday, October 31 at 2:02. Done for the year. Clubs cleaned and put away. I have to tend to raking leaves for the next 4 Saturdays. Blackie was more than a golf buddy. He was my friend. He encouraged me. He supported me. He was concerned about me. He was always there for me. I enjoyed calling him when he was on the road and just listened to his enthusiasm about his work. Listened. He was an ideal employee, whoever he worked for, because of his character. We all knew that he did not have to work at his character, but that was a gift from God. It was who he was. If you took the time to really know him, you received a special gift from him. This week is a sad week for those left behind, but the angels are rejoicing for he is home with God. That is my only comfort